How's it going, guys? In this video I wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of go over some of the things that I found out in the wild while I was in Boston on vacation recently. I know I had posted in the community tab of some shorts of when I was over there traveling. So I kind of just wanted to go over some of the things that I picked up, as well as some of the stuff that was waiting for me when I got back. For starters, I went to this mall near Foxborough and checked out Newberry Comics. It was actually suggested to me by one of the group members in one of the toy groups that I'm a part of on Facebook. I tried to go to a couple places that people suggested to me. So I went to this mall, went to Newberry Comics, and they had a lot of cool stuff. They had some NECAs, they had some other figures, they had comics, they also had pops, and they had vinyl. Out of all this stuff, the only thing that I found that was like, I really had to pick up was a couple vinyls. One of them being Rammstein's Reises Reis album. Huge fan of Rammstein. Definitely love this album very much. I felt it was a good follow-up to Mutter, which coincidentally is my favorite album of Rammstein's. But yeah, when I saw this, I had to pick it up because I believe it's an import. I hadn't seen this out in a while, so I was like, you know what? No question, I had to pick this up. So can't wait to get this open and spin it. Yeah, like I said, really, really solid follow-up to my favorite album. So that was one of the things I picked up from Newberry. I recently did a video on the Diamond Select Crow figure. So that leads me to this. I found this guy, the score to the Crow, there as well. They did have the soundtrack, so it was kind of hard for me to decide which to pick up at first. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I have the CD of the soundtrack and I have it digitally downloaded. So I figured, I hadn't seen a release of the score, so I went ahead and picked up the score. And yeah, I cannot wait to spin this either. As I said in that review, if you haven't seen this movie, you owe it to yourself to check it out. It's a brilliant film, beautifully done. From the atmosphere, everything, the acting, the story. Definitely happy to have this in my collection now. So, yep, another good solid pickup from Newberry Comics, in my opinion. I also went to Salem as well, and I have to say, first and foremost, Salem was absolutely amazing. Beautiful weather, beautiful scenery. I mean, it was just all around. Salem was just absolutely incredible. Went to the Salem Witch Museum. Went to the Witch City Mall. Saw a lot of great buildings and architecture all around. Absolutely incredible. So another place that one of the group members had suggested to me was Silver Moon Comics and Collectibles. I did go there. I did find a lot of cool stuff. I mean, it was a comic book store, and that was located in Witch City Mall. And originally, I was going to pick up something from there. They had a lot of nice NECA figures, which I posted in one of my shorts recently. They had this really cool model kit of Creature from the Black Lagoon, and it was on my list. I was going to pick it up, but I ended up waiting, and I'm glad I waited because I went to this other store called Twilight House that was a little further down from Witch City Mall. Just a small shop that was down the street, and as soon as I walked in, I found this guy for an absolutely killer price. So it was a no-brainer. I picked this guy up. Unfortunately, you won't be seeing a review of this figure because it is in the clamshell. I refuse to open the clamshell figures just because I can't get it back in box. As I've said many a times, I'm an inbox collector, so fortunately, guys, this is how y'all are gonna have to check out this figure, at least for now anyway, unless I can find one that's like open or something. But yeah, absolutely solid figure, and it was a really cool store too. They had a lot of cool like horror related stuff, and they had several NECAs, but this was the only one that really, I had to pick this up when I saw it. I was just like, it's a no-brainer. Beyond that, guys, while I was actually over there in Massachusetts, I ended up getting a code from Nuclear Blast Records, and I ended up picking up this Soilwork album, Predator's Portrait. Great album, awesome band, Soilwork, one of my favorite bands. If you haven't heard Soilwork, you definitely need to check them out. They're from their band out of Sweden. Now, coincidentally, or funny story actually, I was a fan of In Flames first, and through In Flames I found Soilwork's music, and I ended up being more of a Soilwork fan. I'm still a fan of In Flames, but overall I'm more of a Soilwork fan now, and it's a splatter vinyl version of this guy. So once, huge thanks to Nuclear Blast for the birthday code. I picked this up, and I mean, it got here basically the day I got back from my trip, so super excited. I can't wait to spin this album. Coincidentally, my favorite album of theirs is Figure Number 5, but this is also a solid album, really good album. So definitely, if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out, and check this album out. So super excited about that. And last but certainly not least, I've mentioned these guys before, and I can't praise them enough. And again, I'm not affiliated with these guys, but I just have to give them a huge shout out because I ordered this while I was out, and it got here by the time I got back. So it was waiting for me when I got home. I got the NECA Pinhead figure from the last toy store. So again, guys, I had to shout them out because quick shipping, awesome customer service, and I mean, beautiful figure. Funny story about this figure in particular, I kept seeing it at my local Target, and I kept passing on it. Not because I didn't want it, but it's because I would see something else, and I was like, okay, I'll come back and get this guy. And every time, and it happened multiple times where I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back and get it. Come back, it was gone. Then I would see it again, but I'd have something else that I was like, okay, I need to get that. And come back, and it was gone. So again, I had the points from the last toy store. I saw this on their website, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna get it. So yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna review the figure here, but if you do want me to review the figure, comment down below, let me know, and I'll fit it into the schedule, and maybe you'll see it in one of the upcoming videos. But yeah, guys, this is a gorgeous figure from what I've seen. Solid artwork. Again, I'm not going to go over too much on the figure, but I mean, just look at that. I mean, it's Doug Bradley. I mean, NECA, I can't, NECA kills it every time with these figures, like I've said many a time. So again, guys, if you want me to review this figure, just let me know in the comments, and then I'll see if I can fit it into the schedule. Beyond that, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again for continued support. I can't thank you all enough, especially recently with my Snake Predator video that just recently came out. I mean, I believe it's already over 200 views. So again, can't thank you guys enough. As I said in the March off the cuff update video, there's a few milestones that I've already hit. I thank you guys for it all. So again, guys, it's a little bit of a shorter video and a different video. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys my trip as well as some of the stuff I picked up. That about wraps it up. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy and have a good one.